Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Canine Clips, Dog Grooming Tips, and this is Sadie. And Sadie is a Yorkie crossed with a Schnauzer. And I am going to just show you a video about how to trim your dog's face, feet, and bum area, along with the nails, as that is the most difficult areas on the dog to trim, because they usually are a little bit more resistant to that. And Sadie is no different. She does not like her owners touching that area, but of course she's been coming to me for a little bit, so she's used to me. So there is a little bit of matting in here. So what I do is I'm just gonna, well, it's not matting, it's tearing and staining that's come down. So I'm just gonna take the clumps off and kind of work my way under it as well. Just get right under it. There we go. And kind of take that out. So I do that slowly, especially when there's little lumps and clumps under there, because you got to be careful not to get underneath the skin. And when I do hold, if I do need to, I just use these two fingers and hold behind the jawline of the dog, just to hold them still, and I can kind of maneuver them as well. If they're not resisting at all, I just basically have my hand there, and then if they start to, I just kind of push them together to give me a little bit of control if they try to move around. If they're just staying nice here like Sadie, I just, like I said, just have them there if I need them. But right now she isn't needing any of it. So again, there's another little clump on this side that I'll get. Sometimes when you're grooming a puppy or just a dog that's a little bit more resistant, they kind of pull away a lot. So if they keep pulling away, I just put my hand on the back of their skull right here, and just so they have no where to go. And then I kind of just let them do their thing, flail around, but I continue to hold on until they tire themselves out. I do have lots of videos on that on my channel. So if you're interested in looking, you can check that out. I do have them in some playlists of just the face being done or nails, so that you can check that out. I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe. That would be awesome. That really helps as well. And you can see all the different techniques that I do use to hold the dog, and all the different dogs I do. So I do have some full grooming videos as well, me start to finish on a variety of dog breeds. So you can always check that out. Oops, watch out, baby. I'm just going to trim under her ears as well here. There we go. So that's the face area. So especially if you're just trimming the face, to clean it up so they can see, get that tearing and staining out. You don't want to cut it too short, because obviously you don't want a really short face and a longer body. Obviously, or you can too, if that's your goal. But in this case, we're going to keep the face a little bit more rounded. And just kind of layer it down. So then see her eyes are really clean underneath. And then that'll prevent anything else from sticking as she tears. And that'll also help the owner to keep that area clean by just wiping it. You know, usually just paper towel and some water is all you need to keep on top of it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you just half the feet. I don't want to get too long of a video for you. So let's see how she does. Yeah, I'm going to move her a little bit. So hopefully we can get a good view. Oh, good old Sadie here. So I use scissors, and you can use clippers as well. I do have some videos as well on my channel of using scissors versus clippers. For me, well, I've used scissors a long time, so I'm more comfortable with them, but I've also found in the dogs that I have done the comparison on that they aren't a big fan of the vibration, especially if they're a little bit nervous with their feet, like, and they pull away a little bit, like Sadie does here. For the most part, she's really good. But I find in dogs like this that kind of are a little bit sensitive with their feet, if you put clippers there, they really don't like the vibration. And the scissors are actually more calming for the dogs. Again, as long as you know what you're doing. So you got to be very careful with the tips of the scissors. Mine are dulled out. So, you know, but still they are very sharp. So you don't want to be cutting the pads or anything. So you got to make sure you know what you're doing. When you start with the foot, you make sure you hold on. And again, if they're very resistant, like right now, I'm just kind of holding it in place. Then once she resists, I kind of hold a little tighter. But then again, I release. So you release it as her behavior changes. That's her stomach growling. Somebody's a little hungry. You're gotta have some food when you get home. Okay, so I'm gonna trim this one. Just missed a little bit under there. That's her brother Duke whining. Wondering when it's his turn. I bet you he's really excited. Good girl. Right. So, the nails were a little long, but all healthy. So it could be why she jumped a little bit, but they're all good. She looks so sad. Just save me, everybody. Save me from this mean groomer. I'm being tortured. She's looking right into your eyes, everybody. Okay, so we'll just do this one for the camera, and then we'll trim up the bum area, and then we'll be good. For a little demonstration here. Got those nice black nails. Duke. It's okay. Okay. Okay, here's the second. Okay. So again, when I'm doing it, I don't let go, even if she's moving around, because that just, if you do let go every time, then they just know to resist a little bit more, and it won't curb that behavior. Okay, no, Sadie. Good girl. Just a dew claw. There we go. All right, so there's the nails. And then we're just going to trim up the bum a little bit. Usually you can do this with scissors or clippers. You just got to hold the bum up. And you can use the tail. She's got a little bit of poop stuck there. So you got to be very careful when you're going. And just kind of same with the T-ring at the front. You got to kind of see and figure out where underneath it is. So you can get underneath it to trim it out without trimming the skin, of course. It's okay. And hopefully she'll stand. I don't really want to pull on her tail. There we go. Now she's standing on her own. If you use a number 10 clipper blade in this area, it's way too short and be really all you'd see is the skin there. So especially if you're keeping the body a little bit longer, or if you're just trimming those areas and not anywhere else, the scissors work really good. You can also use longer clipper blades as well to do that area. And I'm going to use a number 7 underneath, kind of where she pees, just because stuff is sticking there. There we go. I guess I can also show you how to pluck the ears. So when I did trim around the ears, you want to trim the outside of the ear canal so that you're not plucking those hairs. You only want to pluck inside the ear canal. If you can get these mastered, the other stuff is pretty easy in comparison. This is where you're going to get the most resistance from your dog. And it takes the longest time to get comfortable doing as well. There we go. So there is her ear also cleaned. And that's what came out of there. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like I said, please check out my channel and subscribe, where you can see lots more videos of me grooming all my dogs from start to finish, and showing the full process of how I do it without any restraints, and a whole bunch of tips on how to keep your dog healthy as well, with just and focusing in on just the nails being done or just the ears if needed. So I hope you really enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll find something you need. And so here's Sadie. So thanks a lot for watching, and hope to see you again.